Okay, so we're live. Let
All
me
right.
just send it for them too. One
Okay.
moment.
No problem.
Okay, we're waiting for a few people.
Let me just send the link to my guys too, so they join.
Hello, hello everyone. Hmm. One moment. We are going to start talking pretty quick, but for now we are just spreading the link. So just wait a bit and sorry for that. I don't know how to avoid that because usually I always start my live and after that I start to send the link to everybody.
Same. And I'm usually live on the charts. This time we have no charts, so
We can
that
actually
that
share
that kind
some.
of sucks. Oh
No, no,
yeah.
no. We can actually share them. Yeah,
I
pretty
didn't
easy.
open up a chart in 2 days. I feel so rusty. Like I don't even know trading anymore. This is how it feels. Truly.
Honestly, I didn't open the charts today either because I didn't feel like it because it's a pullback phase for what I'm trading and I really don't
Mm-hmm.
like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I understand.
one, see the light. Okay, more people joined. That's great. How are you guys? Can you hear us? All right. I feel like we can start pretty soon. How was this week for you, Alin?
Pretty shit. I got 6 losses in a row. Thanks for asking. But yeah, I am
I feel.
transparent. Yeah, I've got lots of lessons during this week,
Mhm.
and the most important thing that I shared with also with the FXA members was the fact that these 6 losses didn't really affect me because I had very good risk management, and that is a very important lesson that they can understand from it. But yeah, it was pretty shit, but I've got lots of lessons from it, and I am happy. How was this week for you?
Same for me. I didn't trade a lot, and the only trade that I took was a loss, but it's fine for me either. And I want to mention the fact that this thing happened to a lot of traders this week. I saw on Twitter, like all the trading community got some losses this week. I don't know what happened. We were expecting some movements, and the markets just didn't want to execute.
Yeah, to be honest,
So
I was expecting everything that happened in this week, but the entry in itself was bad. Like I knew
mhm.
what it was going to happen, but the entry was bad, and I was trying out some new things, and they didn't work out. But it's fine, no
Yeah, that's
worries.
part of training. I mean, some weeks are
Hmm.
pretty great, but yeah, there should be weeks like this one right here. I wasn't
Yeah,
active a lot because I didn't have any opportunities. Like I watched the charts, but it was nothing for me there, and it's still nothing. So I won't trade today too. Like I will just avoid the chart.
yeah,
Honestly,
and
when
that I
I
believe.
yeah,
Let me just say one thing. I believe
mhm.
that these 6 to 8 string losses are going to happen to everybody. So it is not only for me. It is not only for you. It's going to happen with everybody, and how you handle it, that is the most important thing. Because if you, let's say, risk 1% per trade in the first trade, if you over leverage in the second and the third and the fourth, you're eventually gonna blow up your account. No, you're not even going to reach the fourth loss because you're just gonna blow your account. So how you
Yeah.
handle these losses is the most important thing.
How
Yeah.
did you handle the losses? Usually I stop in a week. For example, if I have like 2 or 3 losses maximum, I'm stopping with it. It's like 1.5% for me. That's when I stop.
Hmm.
I'm
I um I usually risk 1% per trade, and if I lose the first trade, I will risk 0.5, and if I lose that, I will risk only 0.25 until I get back the drawdown. But
Mhm.
I constantly lost, and I reached out my max loss per week, and that was it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's it. Because today I was feeling weird too, and this might be a factor, because I didn't get anything to trade. This week was pretty boring, and I don't really like boring weeks, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
I just feel.
in the indices, it was a very good example of what low probability conditions meant. I mean, DXI was moving in the same direction with Nasdaq and everything I'm trading. Everything was
Mhm.
low probability. Everything was screaming low probability. But this is where most traders get tricked on, because they think that they have to do something like I did. No, you don't have to do anything. You just have to look. You see that there's low probability conditions, and then you don't enter. That's it.
Yeah, I remember when I shared my trades with the FXA members, like it was the worst entry that I had in a long time. And I realized that I took that entry just because I didn't have any trade to take. Like I just
Yep.
rushed into taking the trades just because I didn't have any opportunities. So it was a great example for them on what to
Mm-hmm.
avoid. Because yeah, it happens to all of us. It happens to us too. It's not if we're mentors, it doesn't mean that we don't have losses or that we don't do mistakes. We do
Yeah,
them like
true.
every
True.
time.
And most mentors won't even talk about it. I don't understand. Okay, let's for the public, they don't show the losses. Okay, I understand this. Yeah, you want to sell your course, but you aren't so good at trading, right? But I believe that even, I mean, inside of your trading academy, you should do a loss breakdown. I mean, most people don't do loss breakdowns like we do. I don't understand why, because losses are there for you to understand something from them, right?
Yeah,
But
true.
yeah. So
100%.
the introduction of the loss breakdowns, I believe this was the most beneficial thing in our academy, because most people, I told you, learn from losses. Winning doesn't teach you anything, like, but yeah, it might be
Yeah,
just
that
me.
no, no, no. Remember that on Discord, I also created a room specifically for losses, like for everyone to
Mm-hmm.
share their losses too, because I felt that there's a gap in the industry. Like nobody shows when they lose a trade, they only show the winning ones. So people at
Mm-hmm.
home will feel like they're doing something wrong. That it's just them that are taking losses, and the
Yeah.
mentors aren't taking losses. Other traders aren't taking losses. Everyone is doing great in trading except them, which is not
Yeah.
the case. Like I don't know. You should realize that. And I feel like more traders and more mentors should do this too. I saw that on Twitter. They started to do it. I started to do it too. I started to share my losses too. So maybe more people will start to do it. So I think that we can start with the questions that we got on Instagram. And also, guys, you can leave us some questions here. We are going to talk about the academy, also about Forex. So this is the subject for today. I invited Alin too, which is the other mentor from FXA, in case that you didn't know. So feel free to ask us anything. Alin, did you
You,
see any interesting question on Insta?
let me read for a minute.
Yeah,
Uh, how old were you now?
avoid the shady
Um,
ones. Yeah, Instagram is a shady place, a shady platform. Like sometimes I
yeah,
receive weird stuff on it.
bro, it's like
Hello.
no, these questions are nah. Um, win rate versus average risk reward. That's the only question I see
Mhm.
that is okay.
All right.
Do you want to answer this one, or I can answer it first?
Um, you can answer, of course.
Okay, so first of all, win rate or average. First of all, you have to understand that I don't even know. It depends on your strategy. Like for me,
Mhm.
win rate is more important, because I don't know. I understand that there's a trade every single day that I can take. So I'm not how can I say it? I'm not rushing to take big R's, because I completely understand that you can take multiple one to ones, let's say one to twos or one to threes, and you can make more profit than the one that took the 1 to 20. But as I said, it depends on your strategy, it depends on whether you want to trade once a month, right? So yeah, I would say win rate for myself, but I don't know how it is for the guy that asked the question. How about you?
Yeah, it depends a lot on your strategy. That's exactly the point. For me, it's about risk reward because this is what my strategy is about. But it doesn't mean that other strategies that are working with win rate aren't good. Like it depends a
Mm-hmm.
lot on what you're trying to achieve. Um, Somebody asked us, do you recommend any pro firm that has no time limit for challenges? For now, I'm I'm trying my funded FX, but however, I can't recommend it yet. And also, stay tuned because there will be a big collaboration coming with me. So I will just share with you the details later. I can share with you something now, but you will see in a few weeks. Everything will be ready. So
Yeah, and for me, I don't even know what prop firms don't have time limits. Which one do? Well, I think my funded FX is the first one to not have time limits. Am I correct?
yeah, it's possible. It's possible. A lot of prop firms are coming right now in the industry and they are trying to get the best rules ever for the traders. But in the same
Mm-hmm.
time, keep in mind the fact that if they reduce all the if they make it so easy for us, they will not make a lot of profits, and this means that the business will fail. So think
Yeah.
of that before investing a lot with them. I mean, try multiple prop firms and don't go for the best, the one that has the best rules, because it can be not profitable for them on long term. So I don't know. They should be careful with the business that they're doing. They're
Yeah,
trying
and
too
I
hard,
uh
in my
yeah, I
opinion.
heard this one that most traders they don't even need time limits because they fail in the first week or something like.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
incredible. They people want no time limits, but they blow their account their first week when there's an NFP week and they shouldn't trade in the first place. That's funny.
Mhm.
That's hilarious.
For example, if I have a time limit on a prop firm on a challenge, I kind of rush a little bit with the trades just because I have that time limit. For example, with the ones that don't have the time limit, I just postpone it. I only take the best
Mm-hmm.
trades because I know that I can finish the challenge anytime. So I feel like this is why. But yes, there are a lot of traders that aren't taking advantage of this rule. So they just blow the accounts in the first week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, by the way, I
And
just
no,
Alin,
say.
we had a giveaway going on. Today we have to
Oh,
announce the
today.
first.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we are
right.
offering a place inside our mentorship and a funded account too. So
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Right. So we have some questions here. Is there a difference between setting a TP and manually closing a trade? No, there's no difference. Like, I mean, listen. I was trading. I'm gonna tell you a story. I was trading the S&P, right, and the S&P is not as volatile as the Nasdaq, and I had a take profit at. It doesn't matter. I had to take profit, and then the price just went one tick above it, and then went below into my stop, and it didn't take the profit. So this is why I only manually close my trades because this. I mean, if you wanna put a take profit, you have to put it one tick or 1 point below it before below the target because the difference between the bid and ask is not going to allow you to take the profits in itself. So I would close the trade manually if I can, but there's
most
no
of the time,
difference in your profits. Yeah.
mhm. I mean, it depends on what you're doing. For example, if I'm outside the house and I still have a trade going on, I just set the take profit. But if I'm inside the house and I can watch the trade, if I'm on my laptop, I just close it manually. It's
Hmm.
better for me to be there and to watch what's happening to the price, because if you just leave the charts and you set your take profit, you can't really see the price action. You can't really see the
Yeah.
how fast the movement is going. Like something can
Hmm.
happen in between. Somebody said that we have USD news again. So weird week until now. Yeah, this week wasn't great for me when it comes to trading. I tried to avoid trading as much as I could, and also I just worked on other projects in the meantime.
What's the next question? uh which one? I believe he wanted to say which one is easy, trading with a group or alone.
Mhm.
Um, I tried, first of all, I tried to trade with a group. I mean, I had 5 friends that I started trading with, and that was not good because you were influenced by the opinion of the others. So let's say most people were like short on euro dollar, and I was long, and I couldn't believe, I mean, I couldn't trust my analysis because they were short, let's say, and I was long. So I would say that trading is mainly a single sport. I mean, you have to be alone when you're learning stuff in your training, and you do not have to be influenced by anybody. So don't go out in groups and ask what's your opinion about this or what's your opinion about that, because your opinion is going to be you're going to be influenced by somebody else.
Yes. Um, it's so, I feel like it's so toxic to watch trading groups a lot. I feel like you should believe more in your own analysis. And also, I observed that lately I've been invited to so many trading groups, and I tried to follow them a little bit. I tried to interact with people inside because they are great traders there and they have a lot of good opinions. But in the same time, it's affecting me. It's affecting my trading. Like I can't concentrate on what I'm doing. I'm trying.
Hmm.
I'm seeing too much, you know. So I observed that the best way for me to trade is to have a look inside the mentorship group, like the ones that we're having. Is the only group that I'm following. The rest, the other groups do not really matter for me. Like that's all.
Hmm.
That's the only group that I'm following. I'm talking with the members. We're sharing opinions there, but like 99% of the time, I only trust what I'm seeing on chart. I'm not asking for opinions.
All right. Somebody asked, do you think it's a good idea to start the trading journey with a pair like gold? I've noticed it moving a little bit different than the other pairs. First of all, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but gold is something that actually has a supply and demand, right? Because it's a tangible thing. It is actually a thing, not like the Nasdaq or the S&P when there's literally just electronic. So I would say that this is like a real market where there is real supply and demand for that thing. And the Nasdaq and US 500 and Euro dollar, these, I mean, not Euro dollar, but I'm talking about the Nasdaq and the S&P. They are synthetic markets. There's nothing real about them, so they can be controlled algorithmically because I'm trading algorithmically, right? So gold is something that exists in the real life, and for my strategy, I mean, if you want to trade it, all right, but for my strategy, it can be affected by the real life conditions, and therefore I would not trade it. But if you if your strategy allows you to trade gold, then go ahead.
Um,
So yeah.
I believe that gold is good for scalpers. This is my opinion. So if you want to catch some fast profits because the gold is moving pretty fast, you can do it. For me, it's too fast. Like I prefer to do my day trading with Euro USD, GBP USD, to wait a little bit more for my movements, to wait a little bit more to close my trades. But it's pretty fine for me. But I know a lot of people that are doing great only trading gold. I don't know if you should start with it though. Maybe you should start with something that is slower. Yeah, because if it moves too fast, yeah, I started with gold and it wasn't good. I remember, yeah. I was liquidated. So,
Yeah, I tried gold for when I was doing smart money concepts, but I couldn't understand a thing. It's like it was moving like this. It was so slow and then fast, like
oh
instantly
yeah,
fast.
gold is ranging, then it takes the liquidity and then it goes in the right direction, and that's
Yeah.
it. There's no like supply or demand or anything. There's no POI. Everything
Hmm.
moves crazy. That's it. Oh, the person that asked about trading groups, she was referring to, or he or she was referring to friends, like trading with friends. First of all, who
I
gets this experience? I don't have friends that trade. I
Yeah,
wish I
true.
had.
I mean, as I told you, I started with five guys. So we were five guys in a room learning trading for 18 hours straight, right? But
Hmm.
everybody was understanding different things. So I was understanding something, and then I was talking to, let's say, another person. He was talking about, no, it is like this, and the other person was saying, no, it is like this. So like you cannot think clearly when you're with friends and they influence your opinions. So you have to be alone, truly.
Oh, let me tell you a story about that because it actually happened for me before. When I didn't know trading that much, I had a friend that actually did. And we were like a group of friends. We were like 6 or 7, and he was the only one that actually knew what to do correctly and the only one that was profitable. Um, I had a friend that moved this Forex trader in his house just so he can teach us, just so he can be there and we could come to him and he would explain us everything. You know what happened? Like the pro traders started to lose a lot because we were there and we were asking a lot of questions. Hey, when I will
Hmm.
buy, when I will sell, should I close this trade? When do I enter? Hey, I lost my money. Can you please do something about it? He was so stressed about it that it affected his trading, and also we didn't learn almost anything from him, like
Hmm.
from his
Yeah.
strategy. So
Yeah,
it wasn't the
This happened to me too when I was doing live sessions, right? When people were asking things, I was like, I was watching at the chart, I was looking at the chart and then looking at the chat in itself, and I was distracted. Like 1 minute or 1 second of distraction because we're talking about the friend thing. One
Mhm.
second, let alone one friend distracting you, 1 second of distraction led me to losing like 2 or 3 trades in a row because I was completely distracted. I was trying to answer the questions that I had in the chat. And now think about having a friend in your right side or left side or whatever telling you, "Oh, you should not buy here because I think that is going to go short." I
and you
don't care
start to
about your
doubt
opinion, my
yourself.
friend. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
you
And
start
then
to doubt yourself because you say that you don't care and you are focused on your analysis, but actually you
mhm,
start to think that he might be right. You know, you start to create scenarios because your friend came and told you that. It's the same with
yep.
your phone and all the distractions. I don't know if you have a TV in the back, if you have a phone, if you have a friend asking you stuff when you're
Mhm,
trading, you can't really focus on what you're doing. So I suggest you that when you're analyzing the market, you should be focused on one thing, and that is the charts, nothing else. Don't
mhm,
watch don't watch your notifications and then watch again the chart. Don't do this kind of stuff. Don't mix things. First of all, open your laptop, do the analysis, focus on that for, I don't know, 20 minutes, as much as you want, and then look on your phone, look on your notifications, look on something else, because you can't pay attention to it like that.
mhm. Right. Some guy asked, "Do you trade US 30? What do you think about it?" Um, I mean, US 30 is something. It is moving exactly like gold. Like it is exactly like gold. I mean, I don't trade the US 30, but I use it for my intermarket analysis because I mean, if you wanna trade US 30, I'm gonna give you a tip right now. You can use US 100 and US 500 to correlate the US 30 with, and you can. I mean, they usually move in the same direction, so yeah, you can correlate both. I mean, all of them, but US 30 I don't trade it. I only correlate it with my Nasdaq.
I don't trade indices, so for me, it's not like that. I stick to two pairs. I stick to Forex for now. I wonder if I will do it in the future. I really wonder if I will stick to my pairs or if I will move to something else. I don't know, in 3 years or something.
Huh.
I might. I don't know. Um, Somebody said there is a good chance to reverse to bullish on EU because the price is just entering the zone of the last impulse that broke structure. What do you think? EU is already bullish. It's been bullish for a while. I don't know exactly. Maybe I read it wrong, but it's bullish at the moment on daily, on 4 hours too.
Do you
Maybe
want me to
let me.
answer this one?
Which one?
Because
One.
the EU one. Because I have something. I mean, I can see. I'm literally right now on my phone. I can see that the XI turned out bullish, so euro might go down just for the sake of the
Oh yeah.
conversation.
We might see a
Just
pullback in EU, but it's still bullish as overall
do.
structure.
Mhm. Do you think Nasdaq move better than US 30? Depending on what you think moves better means. For me, it moves better because it respects my fair value gaps, it respects my breakers, everything. US 30 usually is not that precise, and US 500 is so precise that it is very slow. And yeah, I think Nasdaq is moving way better than US 500 and US 30 overall. I tried trading on US 500, but it is so slow. Like I literally can't watch that. It is very slow. And one more thing for the euro dollar thing. The
Hmm.
seasonal tendency for the Nasdaq and the indices is bearish for May, no, April to June. So we might see upper prices on the XI. Just for the sake of the conversation, I'm not trying to influence anybody.
Look, I just shared the chart on Euro USD for them to see what's happening.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Alright. So that's currently the situation. The price is still bullish, but we can already see the first pullback sign, like that week to the upside, that rejection, and the lower highs that are forming. So we might see the the start of a pullback.
Yeah. Uh, do One question for you, because you're trading Forex and you were trading Forex before. Do you think that the pairs just started moving weird in the last, I don't know, 6 months? I mean, they don't move like they used to, right? Am I the
Oh
only
yeah,
one that thinks that?
they liquidate more POIs than before. In the past, your entries wouldn't have been taken out as much as right now. For example, right
Mm-hmm.
now I'm trying to enter a trade like 2 times before it goes right in the right direction. In the past, I just entered it and it went good. But yeah, for example, I saw that a lot of people are now using the concept of force change of character, which represents multiple mitigation of the same area before actually starting the real movement. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how would you call it in your strategy, but this is it. We didn't have this before. This
I
is
mean,
some
you're talking about fake change of characters, right? I mean,
yeah.
they're taking
That's
these
basically
are
some sort of liquidity. This is
uh-huh,
actually what
yeah,
is.
this is what I wanted to say. Yeah, that's only a sweep of liquidity, and these things don't happen to me because I'm using a very specific time, a very specific time period. I'm using a very specific thing. I'm very specific, right? These things don't happen to me. But there's no way, because somebody asked in the chat, there is no way to trade with no losses. I mean, you thinking that there's a way to trade with no losses is making you lose more. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
This is the
That was the
next.
question. That was the
This is the.
question I was answering. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, okay, okay. The next one.
Can you
Train.
guys talk a bit about trading session, like when you enter a trade in session or pre-session? I need to understand more about it. Thank you. I mean, it depends on what we're talking about because I'm going to talk about indices and you're going to talk about Forex, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So in indices, you have I mean, I'm going to talk in New York time, right? So it is 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock for a London session, which usually has the fake move of the day. We have the 9:30 opening to 11, and then we have the New York PM session, which is from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it depends. If we're talking about indices, you can trade pre-session only when you have news at 8:30. So let's say you have an high impact news driver at 8:30, right? Because that's usually when the red news are for USD, right? So you're gonna trade in the 7 o'clock to 8:30 period, so you can get that initial volatility of the 8:30 o'clock news driver. So that was the answer.
All right. The Romanian
Nice one.
comment nobody asked for.
Yeah,
All
nice
right.
one.
Now, usually when I'm live, I receive some kind of this stuff. Um, did you finish
They're funny.
your answer?
Yeah, I finished. No problem.
Well, for me, when I'm trading Forex, I just go for London session and New York session. I don't trade the Asian session. And when it comes to London, I trade between 1 a.m. Eastern time up to, I don't know, 4 a.m. Eastern time, something like that. And also, I return back on charts in New York, but not at the New York start, only after 1 hour and a half, something like that. This is when I'm looking for positions because that takes the hour of volume. So it's like around 9 a.m. Eastern time. I'm trying to translate it into international timing. So 9 a.m. Eastern time up to somewhere around 12 p.m. So that's my trading time every day. If I trade in, if I trade like outside these times, I observe that the market is not so good. It's ranging. The
Yep.
movements, I get taken out of trades. Like it's not it.
Uh, Moving on to the next question. Actually, I'm learning forex trading and I am still in the beginning. Do you have any tips for me? Do you recommend learning a lot before starting? So what I would recommend for you, my friend, is that first of all you learn some concepts for 3 to 6 months. Yes, that what it actually takes. Then you go out and you try out. You tape read. You don't even go to demo trading because you're gonna make bad habits. So you're gonna tape read your concepts and you're gonna see things happen live without pushing a button. Because if you push a button, I mean, if you take a trade, you're gonna have bad habits. And then you go out in your trading, in your demo trading, trading consistently for 6 months, making, I don't know, from 6 to 10% a month, and then you go out and trade live. That's the journey of a trader. If you want to speed up this process, you're eventually going to lose money. And I mean, you're always going to lose money, but you're going to lose more than you want, and you'll also lose your mental capital, because that is the most important thing. Because when you're going to take the next trade, when you're live trading and you lost one, you're going to think, oh my God, I'm losing another one and another one, right? But if you have lots of practice before, you're not going to think about this. So, yeah.
I think, this comes with experience. Like, I feel completely different right now than I felt in the beginning. But first of all, start with observing the charts, then go for demo, and then go for actually trading on a live account. Don't get this mixed. It's not good. Don't be hurt by losing money in the first place, because it will happen a lot of times. It will really happen a lot of times. So that's it. You should accept that in the first place. Somebody said, yeah, a lot of things are happening in the world right now, but it's the fact that it's not happening every day, but the charts are still moving weird every day. So I feel like nobody can really answer to this. Like, nobody really knows. If we are like usual traders, we are trading from our home, we couldn't know what's really happening behind the chart. So we are just reacting to what we are observing, but we can't just assume things about the prices and everything.
What was the most important thing that made each of you become a consistently profitable trader after the initial years of struggle losing money? Just sticking with it and understanding that no, it is actually something outside of trading, the power of decision making. So you always have two options: to either struggle in the short term and win in the long term, or struggle in the long term and win in the short term, right? And most things that happen when you're just starting out in trading, you're going to have lots of impulses to say, oh, let me just buy this, even if it's a demo account. Let me just buy this so I see what happens, and I will get out of the trade. I will not even put a stop loss on. And that is a bad thing. So the most important thing you have to realize is that you have to be disciplined, and you have to understand what being disciplined means, because it is hard for trading because you don't even know who to learn from. That is the worst thing. Like, you don't know who to trust. And to be disciplined, that's the most important thing. What about you?
Well, first of all, when I wasn't profitable and I was losing my money in Forex, I was thinking every day, okay, why did I start this? Why do I learn this every day? Did I learn this so I could give up and just lose money? Or did I learn this in order for me to see myself one day being profitable and consistent? And I had this urge to learn more, to be on charts more, to work on myself a lot, because this is what I was lacking at the moment when I was losing a lot. I didn't have discipline. I didn't know myself pretty well. I knew the theory, like the theory was pretty good. Everything went great on charts, but it was me that wasn't taking the right entries. So I was working on myself. This was basically it. I was just working on myself. So it helped me outside of trading too. Like, I'm a more chill person outside of trading right now, because I was working on myself for trading, but right now it helped me in general anyways. So yeah, you should work on yourself a lot. You should discover yourself. You should spend a lot of time alone. I don't know, to think about who you are as a person and what you should improve, because we have a lot of improvements to make, each of us. It's a general thing.
What time frame do you use for your entry? 1 minute, but that's a tricky one because, I mean, for the entry in itself, 1 minute, but you have the analysis from the daily chart coming to the 1 hour chart, coming to the 15-minute chart. So 1 minute for entries, but with the narrative of the higher time frame.
Yeah, right now, for example, for me, I started to go on 1 minute before, but right now I'm going with 5 minutes and 15 minutes too. It's not because the 1 minute doesn't work anymore, but it's more easy for me because I don't have to watch the charts. I don't have to be on charts that this long. I don't have to take multiple entries in the same point. I just take my trade there on 5 minutes or 15 minutes, and I just let it run. It's just for my comfort. But 1 minute works too. Guys, we are going to answer to a couple more questions, and then we will close the live because I have a meeting exactly after, so I need to be present
All
there.
right. I'm gonna be fast. So when I say
Yeah.
trading in demo account, should I try all pairs or try some of them, and develop a trading strategy? Try only one and stick with it, because you focusing on more pairs is eventually gonna make you not do anything. You're just going to constantly lose focus on one. Just focus on one, and that's it.
Yeah, and go
Right.
with the major pairs anyways. Like don't go for exotic pairs. I don't trust. I don't have trust in them. I don't like how they move. It's easy
Yeah,
for you to
I
go
know,
for the
right?
major one. Yeah.
Support and resistance line more beneficial than individual. What do you mean by that?
Individual ones. I don't get it. I don't get the question.
Support and resistance. I believe he's talking. I don't know if he's talking about the trading view things. Like you have the horizontal line and then you have the trend line itself. I don't know if he's talking about that, but
Oh, it
I
might be
I,
that.
I don't know. I don't know. But no,
Yeah.
you can use both.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't matter. Thanks, guys. All right.
Thank you too. Thank you for attending the live.
Yep.
We can try to make one at least once a week. I don't know. I've been
Yep.
off for a while. I've been off for 2 weeks. I only did videos. And by the way, I will post a new video soon. And if you guys want to see more details about what we're doing, if you want to join our groups, if you want to talk to us more, I will leave all the links in the description of this live when it will be posted on YouTube. Because after we close it, like it will be posted immediately, so you can see more information there. So, Alin, do you have anything else to say? Hey, say
Nope.
happy birthday to Alin. It's his
Thank you.
birthday
Thank
today.
you.
He's on live. Yeah, he's working.
Thank you. Yeah, of course. Because this is what I like to do, actually. Like,
That's
yeah.
amazing. Alin, you should enjoy your day. Honestly, like
Mm, mm.
you did your best today. Take a break. You're a
All right.
person that never takes breaks.
Mm.
So I
I,
feel like
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. I will see.
all right. Okay, so yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. That's why
Thank
I'm
you.
wearing this. Oh my god.
uh,
Thank you, guys, for attending, and see you next time. Bye bye.
peace.